Hi everyone, welcome back to the Craft Moment. I have something awesome to show you today. We're going to make our own marble run maze. So sometimes you've seen these and they're really expensive at the store, but you can make your own out of some basic materials that almost everybody would have at home already. So you're gonna need some kind of box. So this box was one I got in the mail and it had flaps on it at first. So I just pulled those flaps off and then I put duct tape around it just to make it look nicer. But another good idea of a box that you could use would be to find a shoe box. Now this one is a good size, so you can have a pretty big maze in there. That's gonna work really well for you. Now you could keep the lid on, or if it's in your way, you definitely could just cut that off. So I'm gonna show you first what my maze looks like. So I'm starting with the marble over here in this corner, and you just tilt your box. It's really good to help you learn control and patience. But the walls of my maze are just made from straws. And I'm going to show you how I glued them down. There we go. So that's all it takes. So start with your box. I think that it's a really good idea to put construction paper in the bottom of your box because it gives you a nice colorful surface to start with. So before you put that in there, you might want to go ahead and use your pencil and draw out your maze before you even start, because that way you can plan it out, think it through. You also, think about, do you want your maze really easy, so maybe your younger brother or sister could do it, or do you want a really hard one that's going to be very challenging? So think about that as you're creating your maze. So glue this down in the bottom of your box. And then on the lines that you made, you're going to use your straws and then cut your straw whatever size that you need to fit your line. Now my straws had this cool bendy part, so I just used that bend whenever I wanted to go around a corner, and it worked really well. If you don't have that, then you can put your joints together just like that. Just put one next to the other and it works great. So what you're gonna do for that straw, I just used regular school glue. But you know that saying, just a dot, not a lot when it comes to glue? That is not going to be enough for this project. You're gonna actually, for this one, you wanna put a good amount of glue on there, okay? So really, really cover it and then stick it to your construction paper. Okay. Now, it's not moving, but if you tried to start rolling the marble around, it's going to make it move. So you're gonna have to be patient and wait a while for this glue to dry. And not just a little while, it's gonna take some time for that to dry really well. But once it's dried, mine is really strong. I'm pretty impressed with how much my straws have stayed. So just be patient and your maze will be ready before you know it. So let me show you one more idea. If you don't have any straws at home, I'm gonna give you an idea of another way you can create your maze. So remember, I had these flaps that came from my box, right? So another idea is to use pieces of cardboard to make your maze. So you could just cut some strips, whatever height you like. So I could use this, I could cut it down into small pieces, I could bend it to make a corner, and then you probably could put glue on this, just right along that edge, because cardboard has a nice thick edge, and then put that onto your construction paper. And again, you're gonna have to give it some time and let it dry. And you may have to hold your fingers there for a little bit to let it dry. Or you also could use duct tape. So let me show you that. This would be nice and strong. You're gonna have to use a really strong tape like duct tape, because otherwise, I think the marble's gonna knock down the wall. I'm gonna cut 2 pieces. Now I'm gonna take my piece of cardboard and I'm gonna put the tape halfway on. Okay, and then I'm gonna fold it up so that the sticky part stays away from the other side. So put your other piece on, same way, halfway off. okay? And hold it up. So then decide where in your box you want it to go. Set it down and then fold down that tape and use your fingers to stick it down. And then you've got a maze wall. So in just a minute, I've already got a good part of a maze going in this box. So I hope that you can make your own maze, have some fun with it, challenge somebody in your family or a friend to see if they can do your maze. Maybe start some timers, see who can do it the fastest. Just have fun with it. So thanks for coming to the Craft Moment today.